Now, we're going to select them both by doing click and control click on group 14, right click, and we're going to click them start with previous. This is going to make them work at the same time. If you have seen the previous videos, I've mentioned that one of the biggest techniques or the way to make it look good when it comes to movement is to make the duration shorter. By selecting again group 13 and group 14 and changing here, just verify that you're on the animations tab, come here to duration and make it at least or at most 1 second. If you play it again, start to look more fluid. Now, the next effect that we want to apply, see here that we have our customer segment. Then we click for next, parking lots still here. But the previous icons or the data that we're showcasing, they just disappear with the fade effect. And for that, it's pretty straightforward. We come back to our presentation, we click on them, and we're going to come here to add animation. Do not select the animation from here because it's just going to override the one that we have. We want to add animation and click here on fade. Now, what it's going to do, no, it's not this one. Sorry, guys. Click here again, click here in the add animation and scroll down and look for the exit. Under exit, the fade effect. Click here, play from, and then it disappears. What we want to do is that we want to match the movement with the fade out effect. So we're going to move group 13 and we're going to start with previous. But you're going to notice something interesting. If we click here and play from, the animation is barely noticed, at least the motion one. So what we are going to do is that we're going to click here in group 13 and add some delay into it. If we do some basic math, we see that the duration here is 1 second and the duration here is 50 milliseconds. So if we add a delay of 50 milliseconds, then it means that it's going to last until the group 13 ends. But this is not entirely the best case. And you're going to know because if we go back to group 13 and click play from, we could make a small tweak. And instead of having the delay at 50, you can just add it at 25. Because if we add it at 1 second, then it kind of breaks. You see the animation ending and then fades. What we want is to fade while it's moving all the time. That's why we're adding only until 75 milliseconds instead of all of them. In our previous slide here, we had what we had was something simple. We had another text that we can draw in here. Say other text, or let's say pie chart explanation. Make them white, make them bigger, centralize them, and have them here at the bottom. We want textbook 15 to be part of the animation. I'm gonna drag it. I'm going to select both of them. Group 15 and group 14, right click on them and select group. You see that by grouping them, the animation disappeared. So we have to do the same thing. Come here to animations, just add animation. Click here on lines, effect options, up. And let's just move it back to 1. And select start with previous. Nope. That one's getting the delay. Let's move it here to the top. Click here, Shift F5, and then boop. We don't want it to start automatically. We want it to start with on click. So let's try it again. Slideshow. Then pie chart explanation. Click here. So you can see that the text doesn't go away. You have two options. Either you can click on it. You can click here and make the group move a little bit more to the top so the text disappears. Or you can add a fade out effect to the text box. But notice that when you're grouping the elements, it's not going to be possible because the elements need to be grouped first. When I add the PowerPoint demo slide, scroll up and the pie chart now disappears. Now we are going to work with a pie chart.